Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here from Avatar The Last Airbender Online.com. I'm the site super moderator there, as well as the main host of that site's podcast, which is the Avatar Online podcast. And I'm here today with my next Avatar news update video for March 11th, 2013. So this time it's going to be a shorter video. I only have two pieces of news, but I think they're pretty big pieces of news, which is why I wanted to do this video. So I'm just going to get straight into it, and the first piece of news is basically an update on the Korra premiere date for UK, basically UK and Ireland, because basically I think the UK and Ireland are pretty much two of the last places to get the show. They haven't got it yet, and it's been pretty much nearly a year since it aired in America. So I've definitely been hounding Nick UK about this with emails. As I think I've mentioned in some of these news update videos, I've been updating you every time I got an email. I just recently got the latest email back from them, and I'm just going to read it out first of all. It says, "Hi Morgan, thanks for your message. I'm afraid that we still don't have an official date just yet for Korra, but it's definitely not far away now. If you ask us again next month, I'm sure we'll be able to give you the news. Thanks for bearing with us, and thank you for watching. All the best, and Nickelodeon." So again, really nice email to get from them, because they're not just like, no, we can't tell you the date. They're really nice about it. They actually give helpful information and stuff like that. So key things to take for this are just that right now they don't have an air date, but they seem to know that they'll have it around sometime next month. So about early April, so early next month, they should have the UK air date for Korra. Now, what's really interesting about this, I suppose, is going back to the previous email, which was basically they said that they wouldn't be able to have an air date for Korra in the UK until they knew that they could air Book 2 of Korra kind of almost immediately after Book 1 of Korra. So they wanted to basically air the two of them kind of as one season. They only wanted a few week break or something like that between Book 1 and Book 2, so we weren't kept waiting like everyone else is, basically. So that was a nice plan from the UK. It keeps the UK fans, like myself, Ireland's fans, waiting longer, but it means that we'll be waiting less for Book 2. This also means that Book 2, clearly at least Nick UK have some idea of when Book 2 will be able to air, because if their decision to air Book 1 is dependent on when Book 2 is going to air, they clearly now know something, which means that the US release date of Korra Book 2 can't be that far away. Some announcement must be happening fairly soon, because if Nick UK will most likely know the Book 2 air date and know when they'll be available to have it next month, that means that Nick USA should definitely know when they're going to air it themselves. So that's a good sign for not just people in the UK, but people in America too. And so unless something crazy like the UK is going to be the first one to get Book 2 happens, which doesn't seem that likely, this is a good sign for America and the UK. Just wanted to say that. That's probably the big piece of news from the past while. So I'll definitely be emailing Nick UK in early April just to see if they follow up on this and give me the release date. So I'll definitely have that for you next month, assuming they email me back. Now, the second piece of news, which is the last piece of news, is in relation to The Search. Avatar Comics, Avatar The Last Airbender, The Search Part 1 is out March 20th in comic book stores, and April 2nd from sites like Amazon, as well as the bookstore release date, April 2nd. So the big news is that I will be getting the chance to interview Gene Yang, who is the writer of The Promise. As you can see here, Gene Wen Yang, he's the writer of The Promise. So I'm going to getting the chance to interview him basically the day after The Search comes out in comic book store. So March 21st, I'll be interviewing him. Now, I have a kind of interview sort of planned out for it, but I definitely want you guys to send me questions. If you want a question answered from Gene Yang, definitely say in the comments below this video, or message me on YouTube, on Avatar The Last Airbender Online, or something like that. Just get in contact with me somehow and send me the question, and Assuming it's not already in my list of questions to ask, and assuming that I think Gene Yang will be actually able to answer it, I will ask him your question. So that's just an announcement. It's going to be a podcast interview, so it's going to be a audio interview for the podcast. Avatar: The Last Airbender Online .com, Avatar Online Podcast. So I'll basically be releasing that podcast March 21st, so later on that day. So if you're in America, that'll be kind of like afternoon time. If you're in the UK or Ireland, that'll be probably more night time when I release that. So definitely keep an eye out for that on the site. The timing works perfectly in that I'll probably be able to ask him some questions about the Search Part 1 because I'll probably have the book then. But yeah, that's all I have to say in terms of Avatar news. Hopefully we get the book 2 release date soon and something happens with that UK release date. So thank you for watching and bye.